gentlemen.
Yes, good evening, Vincent.
Hello. I believe I can be heard live and clear.
Sure, I think your music is still playing, yeah.
Yes, all right. Thank you very much. It's another time on Idea to Business Clinic Show, and we're grateful to have everybody. We thank God, the Almighty God, who has given us life and ideas and all the energy to be who He wants us to be, and that we are grateful to God. We do not take that for granted at all, because somebody just said something to me during the day that it takes a life to remember or to understand death. That means that if you don't have life today, you will not understand death. But if you have life, you understand death. In that same faith, if you don't have what it calls for to be an entrepreneur, you would never be able to appreciate who an entrepreneur is. And we're grateful to God for giving us that so that we can really appreciate who an entrepreneur is, and then to be good entrepreneurs in our environment and then with the society. This evening, as we thank God, we are also grateful to each and every one for making time to be with us on the show this evening. It's Idea to Business Foundation Virtual Entrepreneurship Clinic, and this we're running every month to support our members and then all entrepreneurs worldwide. And tonight, to do us the honor this evening, is a man I revere so much. I love him, and he's a man who has contributed to my life in so many ways. This is a man I respect, and he was once the head of marketing and strategic planning of Mantra Ghana Limited. He was once ranked among that is in 2019, as the 50 most influential CMOs in Ghana. And trust me, if you have somebody in that caliber, within that caliber, stepping out to be an entrepreneur, then you can really understand that there's much that we can really tap from him. He's now the managing partner, marketing, business development, and strategy of Streams Consulting. And I would want to take the honor or the opportunity to introduce to you Mr. Daniel Pabi. So Mr. Daniel Pabi, Idea to Business Foundation welcomes you this evening to our show. And trust me, I believe that you're really worth to really give us what you have. So thank you very much. We welcome you to the show. And please you have the floor if you are ready with us. Thank you very much, Mr. Pabi.
Yes, Vincent, thank you very much for the opportunity once again. I believe this is the second time we are meeting on this platform.
Yes, you're right.
Good. I think the first time was about over 6 months ago, if I remember.
Yeah, over 6 months ago.
Sure, we had a wonderful time. Tonight, the topic which we have been given, understanding and choosing the right e-marketing tool as an entrepreneur. I believe this is one of the very key topics we have in business circles now, especially when everybody and everything is going digital. We cannot miss out on this opportunity, because e-marketing is the order of the day. Internet marketing, online marketing, electronic marketing. I mean, that is basically what everybody is talking about, from the small business to the multinational institution. Definitely, we need to take advantage of this huge platform that we have. This evening, doing the presentation will be one of my friends and one of my business partners, Victoria. Victoria will be taking us through the topic as we have it. And afterwards, we'll make some time to answer some few questions and making sure that everybody is in line with what we're doing. So I have Victoria online who is ready to flow with us. So Victoria, you can take off from this point.
All right. Thank you so much, and good evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening.
Okay, so I think the introductions has already been shared, and
Hi, Victoria.
yes,
Sorry, I didn't introduce you. I'm sure Daniel would have done that better, so forgive me.
yes, that's fine.
All right.
Okay, so briefly, we are going to look at what the e-marketing space is, and then we'll also be looking at what would lead you to understand and then select a platform for your business, depending on whatever type of business it is. So I think marketing as we know it from traditional, and then now we are in the digital era where marketing is not offline and it's least expensive now, even though, of course, depending on the kind of sorry, I'm trying to hide the tab. Okay. So traditional marketing, that's TV, radio, and all of those other channels of doing marketing, actually turns out to be very expensive for entrepreneurs. But then the emergence of digital media is one that most entrepreneurs have to leverage if you are looking for a more affordable means to take off and then scale up. So the reason why a good selection of an e-marketing platform is very important is because of these two statistics I'm going to show you. The first one is that as at February 2022, the sources of brand discovery, the very top one is TV ads. Then you come to billboards, celebrity endorsements, TV shows. Now, the three that follow up would be search engines, brand websites, social media ads. Now, if you look at the first few, you'd realize that the first few do take massive investment to fly. If you want to do anything related to TV, you'd have to spend a very cumbersome amount. But then to start off online for an entrepreneur, the brand website, social media ads would be key for you to do very well in creating visibility, generating leads, or making some money. So now once anybody discovers a brand, whether on TV or with a flyer, whatever other means apart from even social media or search engines, they have a behavior. They react this way. They go to the search engine or they go to Google and then they search for the name of your business, or they search on Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform to see if they can find you there and learn more about your business and decide whether they really want to spend money with your brand. Then the next thing is that they might just look for your website, or if you have a mobile app, it is the next place that users are currently migrating to look for brands that can help them to meet their wants or their needs. So e-marketing simply, like Mr. Pavi said, is just internet marketing or online marketing. And this is totally web-based, and it helps your business to advertise your products or to market your products, your services to potential customers. And these potential customers most often are not just limited to Ghana or your geography of business, the place where you do your business. For example, if you are a brand that is into services and the services is not limited by country, then if you were probably running a TV ad, you'd spend a lot of money and you're advertising to probably a market that is not really going to give you the money you are looking for. So digital media is very, very valuable in putting out your business and leveraging maximum reach, repetition of your service or your USP or your what is actually special about you. Then it also helps you to really expand your relevance. Now, previously, people want to push out their relevance. For example, if MTN or Vodafone, they want to push out their relevance, they spend money on a lot of TV ads, radio ads. They have a billboard, they're all over the place, and they have like budgets in the millions of dollars just to make that relevance pop out. But now, even for a small business that has started or someone who just kicked off their business, they are able to also kind of create that relevance and that repetition or reach with digital media. And it's very rewarding. The current environment that we have online has about 16.99 million Ghanaians. And so that is like a big portion of the 32 million Ghanaian populace that you have on your phone or your laptop that you can literally advertise and expose your brand to. Now, the online marketing tools, there are a lot of them. So these are just a few of them. There are a number of online marketing tools, and I'm just going to show us where they fall within the digital marketing trifecta. But we have like email marketing, social media marketing, we have search. You can also run a display ad, and the display ads are the ones that mostly you see. Let's say you're going through GG and you see an ad. We have you running an ad on the search engine itself. So on Google, if someone types in a particular thing your business does and you're running an ad at the time, you also show at the top, depending on how you did your targeting. And we have a lot of them, pay-per-click ads. We have CRMs that you can use as a tool. So you can set up, connect a CRM to your social media strategy, and then even do some email marketing when you're collecting leads on that single CRM. So it helps with marketing automation. So now looking at the digital marketing trifecta, this is where you would see a feature of the online marketing tools I just showed you. It starts with your owned media. So your owned media is where exactly you will be kicking off. If you are going to select a platform or whatever, they are going to be part of your owned media. So your own media will be, if you have a website, the website you've developed, your social media channels, which you have selected. Let's say probably you have a mobile app or a blog. Let's say you've paid for a CRM that you are using to literally create an inbound marketing space where you can collect leads, right? Then with the owned media, you can now do paid media. So the paid media would be anything that you do online that you're spending money to advertise is paid media. So I have a website. Now I want to run an ad to the website so that people can see the product I have there and then check out on the e-commerce website. So I can use pay-per-click ad, right? And then display ads. And we can use retargeting ads, or you can even pay an influencer to drive a campaign for you and leverage off of that. Then whatever you're doing with your own media and then investment in paid media, it gives birth to the end media. So the end media would be when I promoted my Facebook post, did people like it? Did they share it? Did they probably, if you're a furniture company, you run an ad, somebody purchased something, did they review that? Oh, their seats, their chairs are very strong. I've had it for 3 years. So the byproduct of everything you're doing in terms of your paid media is your end media. Now, it means that you would have to look at these things, and then these list of online marketing tools, you'd have to look at the ones that really you can start off with. It is easier to not bundle up a lot of things at a time, especially if you're starting off online. So the relevance of whatever you do is that as opposed to spending 50,000 cedis on a radio ad, which probably will just air for 3 weeks, and you would have to wait for a long time before you see whether it was useful. With online marketing, you're able to get quick feedback and then solve things quickly. You're able to measure and you're able to optimize. So if I ran a $50 ad and I had, let's say 10 leads, and 2 of them were quality leads, I might probably try another targeting. If that gives me 5 quality leads, then I would optimize by making sure that I'm now using that type of targeting as opposed to the first option. Then of course, you are also able to make informed decisions with insights. So I think probably on the call would have people that are either doing something that is a business that is business to business, that's you doing business with other businesses, or a business that is business to consumer, or you're doing something that is consumer to consumer. Now, we're just going to look a little bit closer at B2B, B2C, and C2C, because these actually inform what platform you are going to select, whether it's social media or even the type of platform you select for email marketing, the type of platform you select for literally anything at all. Paid media, are you going to do Facebook ads, or you decide to do Google ads? So we'll see that since the space of business has always been people to people or business to business, we are able to connect more intimately with them online as opposed to the previous model of they watching the ad and coming to us. So your B2B model might be that because it's a business to business, you might, let's say you already have knowledge about leveraging online marketing, right? So what is going to be the process? What is going to be the process for you to expose yourself to this person? Then how does a person reach out back to you? And how do you make sure that the process is simplified? If it is a B2C model, why is it that you decided you are not going to use probably LinkedIn, but you are going to use probably Facebook, right? If it's an e-commerce store, then it means that you have to select a particular platform. You have to decide whether you're going with Shopify or you're developing your own e-commerce site, and are people going to take action there or not? If they are going to come to a place, say for example, it is a restaurant or hotel, then whatever you are doing on the platform you selected would also have to look at the demographics of the people and how they behave and all of that. So it's really something you need to do some in-depth thinking about. If it's a C2C model, how do you enable users find it easy to interact with it? So probably just like the Tonatone model, you have to have a website where a consumer can upload a product they have used, and then another consumer can get it. So you have the idea, but you probably, let's say you make a wrong turn and you want them to do that on Facebook. Then how do they upload it? They probably have to give you the details of what they have and the price. Then you upload it on Facebook, then the process becomes longer. So really looking at the type of business you have or the business model you have helps you select a platform. So let's look at 4 factors that you need to consider when you're choosing an online platform. I mean, apart from seeing your business model and all of that, you have to look at certain things before you select a platform, whether it's social media related, advertising related, etc., or even for content, right? So one of the things would be that you'd have to look at audience insight, online data. You would also have to look at the expected action and then results. So the first thing, which is very, very important, is the objective of what you want to do online, right? If it's a campaign, what you want to do in terms of that marketing campaign or advertising campaign is key. Are you looking to just entice more customers, increase brand awareness? You want leads? Because whichever objective it is would advise the platform you select. So let's say, for example, the whole point of my coming online is I want to increase brand awareness, right? So if I want to increase brand awareness, then I would have to do a lot of push marketing, which Facebook and Instagram really helps with. Facebook and Instagram, you can do advertisements at a very cheap cost and then expose it to more people at a time, right? But then if you were looking for leads after you have established your brand presence, then if it is a service-based company, you might be interested in looking at Google Ads, because Google Ads are being shown to people that have an intent to buy, or they are in the research phase. They are looking for what's it called? Idea incubator, accelerator, brands that, let's say brands that are into laundry services, whatnot. So the person typing in, I'm looking for a laundry shop near me, and you have a laundry shop in the same space as, let's say, a person located in East Legon, then this pull marketing actually makes you show up for someone that is actually searching. So it means that whatever you want to do advises the activity or the platform you select to execute that. So let's say, for example, if it was for just brand awareness and engagement, right? You might decide that, okay, let me make myself visible on TikTok, Facebook, and the other platforms. So it's just for visibility, and you want to hear people's feedback. Oh, yeah, nice product, nice shoe brand, nice shirt company, right? That is what you want. You want visibility. And so the byproduct of that would be you getting some likes, shares. If you were putting up YouTube videos, you want people to subscribe. If it's interesting, they would end up subscribing and then commenting. So now at least in your mind, you have the KPIs you want to measure your activity by. Brand awareness, I just want to see my reach. I want to see the reaction of the people. So that is one example. Now, if the rationale for leveraging an e-marketing tool is you want people to find you, you want leads, right? Then you might be looking at, okay, I want to run a Facebook lead ad campaign, and I want to also run a search ad campaign. I want to run some ads on Instagram or on LinkedIn, depending on the size of company that you have. LinkedIn ads are very expensive. So if you've gotten to a point where you know you are ready to pay that much for quality leads, then you can look at that. Then once the ads hit the user, right? If they are interested, they take a particular action for you. They will give you their data. So this is, for example, a Facebook lead ad where it says that I can sign up to a newsletter and get 10% off my next order on a grocery store. So I put in my details, my email, and then I submit. So right after that, it means that for your business, you've been able to get one lead that you can actually call and then tell them, hey, I saw that you filled out form. What product are you interested in? And then maybe you can go on, depending on the sales process you have in-house. You know how you intend to handle leads as they come in. Then the second thing is the audience. So you need to sit down and craft a buyer persona or your ideal audience. You might know it on paper, especially for your offline thing. Okay, I'm looking for the managing director of, let's say, Specialized, right? But then when you come online, is this managing director going to be found on Facebook? Is this managing director going to be found on LinkedIn? Is this managing director even spending time on Instagram? These are the things you want to really look at closely. So the first thing is to look at the demographics of the audience, right? The age and all of that. Age will be relevant for, let's say, a real estate brand. People mostly have money to spend on property when they are past, let's say, 30 years. So selecting Facebook, let's say you select Facebook, all right, and then looking at the demographics, your ads should not be looking for people that are 18, for example. So the demographics is very important. You need to take some time, sit together as a team, and then, or a digital marketer always is very useful for that. They sit down and they look at the demographics alongside what you have provided as a brief, and then they help you tailor that. Then that will help them select even the online platform for you. So now, for example, if I decide that LinkedIn is a very good place for me to look for people that are business owners that probably are looking for digital marketing training, then yes, because that place is saturated with a lot of business people and their job titles are readily available, it means that if I select this as my relevant platform, I would be able to get what I'm looking for, at least up to 70%, the type of people that I want to be having conversations with. But if, for example, I have just, I have a clothing company and we are selling clothes to literally anybody, baby products, we have baby products, we have stuff for adults, whether male or female, then I just might want to make sure I'm on Facebook and Instagram, because there are couples there, there are spouses of other people there who would want to buy a shirt for their husband or for their wife and all of that. So that also advises the platform that you select. Then you look closely also at the needs and wants of these people that you want to engage with. You look at their needs, you look at their behaviors. If they see something on Facebook, are they likely to go and look for my website? If it's something related to business, a business to business model, if I see an ad, I'll be interested to visit the website to see what they do. And then if I go and I find out that you don't have a website, it makes it difficult for me to have trust that this is a business that is even serious in the first place, or a business that I can do anything with at all, right? And if you are looking to also gather data online, then if you have a website and the website does not have a form, or the website does not have a WhatsApp chatbot or a TDO chatbot, then it also means that you are really losing out, even though you are spending money online. So these are things that feed into literally every platform choice and what is also done or implemented on the platform. So let's look at the Ghanaian online audience. The online audience we have, the internet users, we have like 17 million of them. 8.8 of them are active internet users. So it means that these are the people that are spending, our current average is almost 4 hours per day online. So now it means I'm just going to take us through some of the social media platforms so that we have a picture of it. Now, it's not just about social media, it's even the email marketing tool you would select. But this would give you a fair understanding on how to select a tool and what really matters. So for example, we have Facebook, and we know the population we have on Facebook is 7 million. So it is a bigger community than, let's say, Twitter, right? And in Ghana, currently, Facebook, well, not in Ghana, literally the African continent, what we are spending on Facebook is literally the most affordable ever when it comes to the other social media platforms. On LinkedIn, you are spending at least 10 times what you spend on Facebook to do some good targeting. So now you see that, okay, Facebook is ideal for B2B, B2C, and C2C. The reason being that because it was our first platform, literally everybody swam there to have their first experience on when it comes to social media marketing. Then we have Instagram, which is also ideal for B2B engagement, B2C engagement, C2C engagement. Even though it's just currently 2.2 million users, they have different types of ad types that also inform what you want to do. So if it's a clothing brand, you can do a carousel ad and then have at least 9 to 10 of your products running on one ad, which is cost efficient as opposed to you running an ad on one thing, right? So I don't know if you're following the thinking behind why we select certain platforms or social media platforms. Then we look at YouTube. So not every brand can just decide to put something on YouTube, because if you put, let's say, a video on YouTube and it's not exciting content, because there's content that really thrives on YouTube, which would be your relationship vlogs. People are looking to do kind of like a house tour. So you'd find that with Maya and the rest, they've really grown a niche for travel vlogging. So that means that if you're doing travel vlogging, it would be successful. But if you're doing literally anything else that is very slow and boring, sometimes, even though it is impactful content, it doesn't get the subscribes and the follows. So again, this just kind of helps you know where to start your journey from. On LinkedIn, B2B is perfect. It has a small community, but again, because it's a specialized community where you have people that are working class, it means that if you're an HR company, you can leverage LinkedIn for your hiring, hiring of new, of candidates for companies and all of that. So you can thrive in such a place, as opposed to maybe running ads on Facebook, which will take you more time. So this is just to kind of expose us. Then the third thing, apart from you looking at your objective, the second thing is looking at your audience. Then the third is the content. What type of content can you churn out? if you are a B2B, maybe you have to do an ebook so that you can use the ebook as a freebie to get leads. Your social media content, your website content. It means that for each of the things, there's going to be a particular investment that has to be labeled to it, and you should be ready to kind of make that investment. Then the last thing is that for whatever platform I'm going to select, what is my benefit? And I think that what I've said about the social media platforms, for example, would make you kind of pick out what your benefit would be if you are looking closely at just LinkedIn for your business, or looking at, okay, I'll do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, but then I'm spending money only on LinkedIn. So it means I'm posting on the other pages, but I'm just focusing on LinkedIn. Or there are brands that don't even have all these platforms. They have just LinkedIn, their website, and they are always running Google Ads. So what's the benefit? The Google Ads, if it's giving me leads, then I don't know why I should spend money on Facebook and have 100 leads with just, let's say, 5% quality leads, right? So you need to look at whether the platform benefits you in terms of revenue and visibility, or you are even finding the decision makers you are looking for on that platform. So I think at this juncture, we can take some questions, or we should do the question time after.
Yeah, I think we can do it alongside. I have some few questions I could see on the chat page. Let me mention it so that if you can handle it straight away.
Okay, that's
and from there we move on. Vincent, I hope that is fine.
That's okay. Yes, that is right.
Okay, so Victoria, Prince Charles Bafor is asking, how can a smaller business get onto the paid media like Google? Kindly outline the process.
Okay, so for a smaller business, I wish I actually knew the category in which you fall, but let me just pick up a generic
Okay,
answer.
Prince, if you're online, if you can explain further. Okay, I don't think he's online, but
okay,
you could go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so for a small business, if you want to run a Google ad, it is always best to run a Google search ad. Because the search ads especially are pay per click. So it means that when someone clicks, that is the only time you spend. And let's say out of every 5 clicks, the people that really mean business are, let's say, 2 of them. It is more valuable than running a display ad where it is showing on, let's say, Ghana Web and the rest. But then you might not get a click from there, but you are paying for the impressions or the times that it is showing. So the best and easiest to start with is a Google search ad, which is less costly. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Faith wants to know whether the material will be made available and also the recorded version.
So I think the recorded version will be shared with us. I don't know. So that would be Mr. Vincent's question.
So it definitely will make the recorded.
Okay.
Good. So if there are no questions, then we can continue now. Any questions, please?
Yeah, I think that would make the recording available on to members on the page. So we will share the link also here that if you want to be a member, so that you can have access to our documents and everything. Other than that, it will be difficult for us to reach you. We may not know how to reach you with the information. So I've shared a link that our WhatsApp link. You can click on it and be part of our page, Idea to Business page, general page. So it's 3 pages. You have the main page, you have the members page, so you can join the general page. All the information will be shared. Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful. Good. So Victoria, I think we can continue from here.
Okay.
But Victoria, before you continue, let me ask. In this modern times, should every business have access or use the tools, the e-marketing tool?
Yes, please. In this modern time, every business should, because anyway, whatever it is, you are going to use some form of energy in terms of business development or marketing. So you should be visible online because we are currently in a mobile first era. And because we have mobile devices, more mobile devices available to us than TV, radio, and the rest, it is priority. It has to be the very first on your list. Okay, can I carry on?
Yes, Vincent, I hope you're okay.
Yes, yes. I'm asking this because, you know, like you said, we are in a mobile age or the e-age, and it's very important. I see it's something important, but, you know, it's sometimes you want to really find out whether, because a lot of people are stuck with the other part of marketing, that is the individual type of marketing, so well that we even chatting and discussing the e part of marketing or e-marketing, they find it like, oh, is it really necessary? Is it really necessary? Because everything I'm doing, I'm fine, they are buying it. But I've come to realize that now I can see even people selling tomatoes using the e-marketing tools.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly, because I was about to ask you something. I mean, the question you asked, very solid question. The other part is this: should everybody be using a mobile phone? Because that's e-marketing.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you.
So whether you like it or not, you are
Yeah.
already into the e-space already. Once you are holding a phone, you are already into the electronic marketing space.
Exactly,
So,
that's true.
So look, yesterday, I think yesterday, I had one of the members of Idea to Business sharing an ad on, the person is into farming, that is green farming, and had marketed part of some of the products that they were having from the Eve and that is the green farm on her status and other platforms. And I was like, wow, so easy and so simple now. So if I want to buy the green pepper and other stuff, and then that and that, I don't need to rush to the market. I could quickly call the person or WhatsApp the person, and that could be sent to me instantly. What do
Exactly.
I do? That's it.
excellent.
Exactly. And most of our business ideas, after starting a business, sometimes you are going to look for funding. And currently, VCs are always interested in what you have kind of created in terms of your online marketing presence. So you can't really skip that if you have that also in mind for your business.
Great.
All right. So now, if I mean, in a way, if you want to figure out what the right platforms are, you need to first figure out where you are in terms of business, because where you are in terms of business determines how much you want to spend. So the question that was asked about the search ads, the Google ads, is valid. Sometimes for a brand, probably in the introduction phase or the startup phase, they might just be able to afford just Facebook ads. So let's say $100 for Facebook, that's all you can commit. So you decide that, okay, that is better for visibility as opposed to running a Google search ad when people don't know me yet, right? So it really informs what you're doing. Then one key thing that people always forget, and that's the reason why they sometimes shy from digital marketing or online marketing, is that they don't look at their business organizational structure, or they don't look at the team they have in-house. So let's say, for example, you get a social media manager and you don't have, you are the CEO, you don't even have time to communicate the details of your business to this person. So sometimes they are literally creating content on their own that is not necessarily satisfying everything your business, and that's not helping decision making. Or you don't even have someone who knows much about the business and is available for customer service or probably responding to comments. You would expect that your social media manager should do that. But again, they might just not manage the community the way you want it. So it is a hand-in-hand thing. If the social media manager has the role to answer comments on your Facebook, then it means that that person should have been onboarded or trained to understand the product or have an FAQ material. So that is the very first thing to help you find your way towards what you're doing online. Then the digital strategy. In fact, everything I said, we can totally throw it away and just look at digital strategy. Because the moment we look at digital strategy, we would clearly look at the business model, the audience, and every other thing. The core thing is that when you want to look at your digital strategy, that is where indeed the answer of what platform are you choosing comes to being. to pass and to become valid, right? Oh, this is okay. So the technology you're choosing, the content marketing, SEO, everything I've mentioned in the beginning is part of the digital strategy. So let me make it more explanatory. So say, for example, this is a typical campaign funnel. If, let's say, you started something and you don't have a website as yet, which is priority for B2B anyway, but let's say you are selling shoes and a bag or whatever this guy is wearing, right? You can make a flyer, post it, and depending on what exactly it is, this one is, let's say, for a training. So we want them to come from social media, then they use the link and fall into our WhatsApp. So you can run a direct WhatsApp ad, they come onto the platform, then probably there's an automated message, hi, welcome to blah, 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 right? Then you nurture this person that has come, because probably have to make a payment to you or they have to fill a form. So once you get it on WhatsApp, then they fill the form and then you have their data, and probably the next action might be for them to pay. But if it's free, then you were more interested in their data. You've gotten that. So it means that your online strategy is complete. I want to create awareness or I want to get leads. Where would I put these leads? I'll bring them to a landing page. And my landing page, I selected a WhatsApp page. When they come there, what do I want them to do? I'm going to give them a link, and I want any serious person who has contacted me to fill it. When they fill it, I know these are the people that I'm going to do my training for. So you'd see that for that to happen, you are going to have to use a particular digital tool. So let's say this, for my awareness, I have Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Then for my community building or for my engagement, I have WhatsApp. Then for collecting the data, which is the objective of my campaign in the first place, is to collect their leads on a Google form. So this is just one of them. Or let's say if you are into a very serious service-based company, probably people have to pay you $1,000 for you to do something for them per month, right? These are not going to be people that will easily convert. It's not like buying a shirt online. It's not impulse decision. Okay, yeah, I don't know, but I want to try a Timberland and see. It's not like that. So it means that when you get the traffic, you want them to probably give you their data and join a meeting, or they can use a Calendly link, book a session with you, whether one-on-one or in a group. You can clearly decide that. Then in that training, you are able to convince the person that this is what you get, this is how much it costs. I'm going to give you 10% discount if you take action now. Kindly use this link to pay. Probably there's a link to a Flutterwave account. If they pay, that means they enjoy the 10%. And so you have thought of a sales process tied into your marketing. And again, that means that the tool that you decided to use would be, oh, I want to use Facebook. But because it's $1,000, probably might be a LinkedIn ad or a search ad, right? And then I want to use Google Meet, which is also an online tool. Then I want to use Flutterwave account for them to pay me, and then I receive my money. Or you are just a product-based company. So you did a carousel campaign and you have about 10 of your products. As I slide them, I realize, oh, you have this eye cream gel and I'm interested. It's $20. I click on it. It takes me to that particular page. People make a mistake. Sometimes they bring the traffic to the main website and then the people leave the site because I have to now look for the product. So yeah, if you don't know much about digital, you need to get a digital marketer or digital marketing agency to help. Then they come to that page, they check out, then they pay. So at every point of the campaign funnel, you would see that I am showing the strategy I had in mind, the asset. The asset would be I designed a flyer, or I have a website, or I have my own Flutterwave account, right? And then this really feeds into the choice of everything I'm investing in my online marketing. Or the last example would be you are a real estate brand. The building is going to cost like 136,000, for example. You put the features of the product of the building there. Then you want to drive the traffic to a landing page. You might decide to do that, or I'll show you the last thing you can decide to do anyway. But it comes to the website so that they can probably click on this video and get a video tour of the room, right? then probably on that website, you've mentioned that, oh, we used Italian tiles, we used blah, blah, blah. The faucet is this. We have a swimming pool. This is the dimension of it. Things that convince the user to finally decide to fill a form. Then once you get the form, there are people that probably are targeting someone in the US. And again, that means that is why digital media is beautiful. Because if you were in Ghana, what would be your marketing to someone in the US? But these are the people that are probably traveled away from home and they are looking for a house to buy in Ghana. So that is the relevance of digital. Now, the person wants to buy the house. The person can decide to schedule an appointment. If you think it's too long the process, you can decide that, okay, just give me your contact. I'll call you. I'll email you a follow-up email. And if you're not here, we can do a Zoom tour, or you send one of your family members to see the property. So I look at the tools I want to use, and then they are part of the journey or the selection. Or I decide that when I do my real estate ad, I want them to fill a form on Facebook. Facebook, by the way, even though people think it's a joking platform, is one of the cool places to still do something when it comes to even the high price point products. So you can't really cancel Facebook out of it and say, oh, it's not really B2B, because it is. And then these are people that fill the form for a particular campaign, and they even on there you have a CRM for free, right? This is a CRM that you have raw leads. Once you call them, if they're interested or they're in progress, you can indicate it. And then you can also say that, okay, this person is interested. If somebody buys, you have that. So now the Facebook CRM alone is helping you manage your leads, right? And of course, they are also paid tools for this. Then the last thing is your budget. So what would make you decide to run paid ads? Sometimes you don't have the budget yet. So you decide that, okay, I want to be posting organically. I don't advise that for a serious business, but okay, you want to be posting organically. So you're posting, you're not promoting anything. You have 1 or 2 likes. But then at least you've kicked off. Your presence is there. So it's fine. If I want to use a CRM, am I going with HubSpot? Am I going with any other CRM? Whether I'm going with Facebook MetaSuite for free, right? I can decide to use a free tool or use HubSpot. But I need to look closely at what I can get with HubSpot. If HubSpot really helps me with marketing automation, then why am I going to do just Facebook, using a Facebook CRM? Then how much you want to spend on ads? Am I doing an e-commerce site, or I'm just going to be posting one of my products each day on Facebook? So this really is one of the last things that really defines what platform you are going with. So I'm just going to probably give some examples of tools, right? But I'm going to use a funnel to make it clearer to us. So now in a marketing funnel, we have the top of the funnel, we have the middle of the funnel, and then we have the bottom of the funnel. So maybe at the top, I have a website. So I want to run an ad, a Google ad to the website, also run a Facebook ad, and I want to also probably write a blog. So I can decide what to do here to attract visitors. Then if I have to kind of convince them a bit, like what I showed you in the campaign funnel, am I going to use a landing page, probably use WhatsApp, or use a media to communicate to them so that I can convince them and probably close that business? If I close the business, what happens after that? If somebody buys from your e-commerce site and they don't start getting an email to even not buy, sometimes they put it in the cart, they don't check out, and you've not done email marketing automation. So the person does not receive an email that, hey, you failed, you bought the shirt, you didn't check out. We are giving you 5% discount if you check out now, because probably you've checked the product and it's maybe $300. So if it's $300, instead of losing that lead, you can give them 5% so that they check it out. So it means that you also need to look at what is happening here when it comes to your leads. Then when they become customers, how do you keep, that engagement going? Well, you use social media for customer service or whatever it is that you want to use social media for. Most of the telcos now also leverage social media for customer service. So they'll say, if you send us a comment on our Facebook channel, we are going to respond this fast. Bima also does something like that. they let you contact them on WhatsApp to even claim your insurance. So these are some of the things that you can think about. Then when it comes to content creation, again, I don't know what level of business you are at. It's always best for you to have a graphic designer do clean branded design for you. But most people like to do a bit of Canva, or you even hire a social media person. And if the budget is small, they might not spend it on paying a graphic designer. They would have to use Trello or Canva or Animoto to do the content. Now, this part is where we can do a little bit of explanation. So Meta Business Suite is a social media management tool, right? But it's for free and it's for Facebook and Instagram. But if, for example, you don't have time and you want to post on LinkedIn, Twitter, as well as Facebook and Instagram, you can't do that with this. So it means that you have to get a paid tool, depending on how many accounts you have, to do that. And you would have to have a close look as to the price, the relevance, and all of that when it comes to these platforms. And we have listening tools, which would give you insights as to what people care about, what conversations they're having. If you're on Twitter, are they talking about house rent? Are they talking about probably renting? People want to rent cars. So you want to find these people. Sometimes it helps you do social selling, where you can comment under their post that, hey, I'm a car rental company, you can check me out. Or you can drop your website link and they go there, right? Or email marketing. If you want to do email marketing, there are a lot of tools, but what will really make you decide that I'm spending on MailChimp or HubSpot? So it brings us to the point of how to succeed and how to scale. So for all the tools I mentioned, you want to look at sustainability. There are people that say they want to be on Twitter. And I always say that for certain brands, if you don't have a person dedicated to something like Twitter, then you shouldn't really make it your focus platform. It's important, but you might just post there and there'll be no engagement, because there is a particular type of conversation or a style of conversation that makes the people catch on that a generic content calendar cannot really provide. And the content calendar is just, let's say, I've decided to post 12 content on Facebook and Instagram. That 12 content, there are people doing Twitter, and literally writing more than 12 tweets, retweeting almost 20 tweets per day. So you really need to spend time. So you need to think about platform sustainability. If I'm doing HubSpot for $50 per month, where HubSpot, I can do my calls, record notes on the discussion I had with the person, and I can even schedule a meeting on HubSpot, then why do I do MailChimp, for example, right? Then you also think about function. So before you spend money on a platform, outside, let's say, for example, not social media, but an email marketing tool or a CRM, I need to be sure that it really satisfies the function that I want to use it for. So you need to do some research. But most often than not, if an agency is doing this, then they already have defined types of platform they will use for whatever strategy they want to implement for you. Then you also look at efficiency, right? You want to look at efficiency, and efficiency is easier to determine if you are in the space where you are speaking to someone who is an expert and they tell you, oh, it's very good for you to use, let's say, Hootsuite as opposed to using Social Pilot. Then my reason would be that I've realized that the Social Pilot tool, if you schedule for Instagram, sometimes the post does not go live. So it means that you can schedule and then in the next month, you realize that, oh, all your Instagram posts actually did not post, right? And it fails the reason why you have paid for it as a social media automation tool. So someone can, word of mouth can help you do that, or you can do extensive research. Then the last one is collaboration. Whatever tool I'm paying for, I have 3 people in my team. I have my marketing guy, my sales guy, and then probably myself as the CEO. If all 3 of you are supposed to be viewing the dashboard at the same time, are you paying for a tool that allows just you and you might probably have to give your Gmail access to your marketing manager to access the dashboard, or they allow for you to invite 2 people in addition to it before you make that financial commitment. So if you are wondering the easiest way for you to start your journey online, my advice is very simple. Make sure you have a Google My Business account. You have some web presence. You have a website, e-commerce, whatever it is, depending on your business model. And then you are live on social media. So for a small business to kick off, these are some of the things that you can leverage. There are brands that would have to look at something like a mobile app, depending on how mundane the task you need to satisfy is. For example, if you are doing a site where people have to, if they are looking for plumbers or electricians or whatever, they can put what they are looking for on the page, or they can hire somebody from there. It means that you shouldn't get into the space where you have people calling you through Facebook every single day, and you have like 30 calls, and you have to literally connect these artisans to them, and you have to still track the payment, and like it gets very crazy. You have a lot of books on your table, recording names, recording how much Kofi Mensah was supposed to pay this person, whether the payment you've gotten it or you have done it, it'll be crazy. So you might be advised to get a mobile app, depending on something like that. And then, of course, like I said, social media. Okay, if I can't advertise at all, let me start with Instagram and Facebook ads. Because if you do very good targeting, you can have a lot of leads and then be able to sift out some quality leads from there for your business, which is better than no phone calls coming in at all. Then, of course, you also get analytics when you do that, and you make sure that you have customer service or virtual support, someone who manages or responds with the correct answer. So, I mean, a typical Google My Business account just looks like this, and I'm sure most of us have seen a Google My Business profile before. It has your location, your services, your products. You can upload. You can also be posting there, so you can be posting offers there. When you set up your Google My Business account, people can find you when they search, especially for your brand name. If you've done very good SEO for your Google My Business account, even for generic keywords like maybe digital marketing, if you're a digital marketing company, your Google My Business account might just pop up. And what it also helps you with is that you show on the Google map. So if somebody's coming to your office and they know the name, they just type in your name and then they're able to use Google Maps to get to you. This also would show on Uber, on Bolt, which would also help with delivery if probably you receive things from suppliers to your location and vice versa. Now, the advantage is that your first line of search engine optimization is Google My Business. And then there are, of course, other local listing sites like Yellow Pages and the rest, right? But you should always start with Google My Business. Then, yeah, I think I've mentioned the Bolt and all of those things. And yes, your website and your phone contact is also linked, which is beautiful for a startup or whichever category. Even for big brands, you need to have your Google My Business, and they can also click directly and call you when it's integrated on there. Okay, so I think I've gotten to the very last bit of my presentation. So I'll take questions and we'll see how to close off. Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you very much, Victoria. I think that's very exhaustive, very, very exhaustive. And I believe we've covered at least all the major areas when it comes to electronic marketing, as far as the tools that are needed are concerned.
Yeah.
Each one has its own role that it plays. So later on, if we need to deal with it one by one, we'll do that. But let me just add this to what Victoria mentioned. It is very good that you start from one point. I see a lot of entrepreneurs doing about 6 channels at the same time, or 6, 7 tools, and I find it very disturbing. because you need to start from one channel and just leverage on it before you move to the other. Because if you listen to what Victoria said, each channel and the role it plays. Your WhatsApp phone is also a channel. Even using your WhatsApp status, I mean, it's a very good channel that you can easily use to drive in advertisement, leads, and all the sales that you need. You could use that. You can also do text messaging. Text messaging is still vital, it's still working. So if that is the tool which is available for you, why not leverage on it and make sure you get the best out of it? Email is still there. WhatsApp. I know a lot of people are now doing the WhatsApp business. A lot of people are changing from the normal WhatsApp to the WhatsApp business. Victoria, if you can mention a little bit about that also, because it's a huge platform.
Exactly. So WhatsApp business actually makes your life way easier than your normal generic WhatsApp. So WhatsApp business, you can set up an away message. So for example, if the ad is live and someone connects with you and you are not available, the away message automatically pops up and says that we are away, I mean, currently, but then you can put whatever you want to ask and then we'll come and respond. It also has a feature where you can create a catalog. So you can put up all the services that you have in the settings. So when you go to the settings, you are able to upload, let's say if you have a design, you can upload them with the prices and even give a short description of what the product or the service is. So this way, if someone visits your WhatsApp business, it's literally kind of like, I won't say it's a website, but let me, for want of a better word, it will display your services and then also allow them to connect directly with you. Even, you can also set up a thank you message once the person has shared what they want to say. And so it's perfect for business,
Very good, very good. At this point, Vincent, I think we can open the floor for any further questions.
Yes, and Bishop, let me make this this statement or this to get this through. I think Vic just talked about the WhatsApp business, and maybe this will be an advice to us as entrepreneurs, where we tend to get onto a particular tool and do not make full use of it. So you get somebody logging on to probably a WhatsApp business and then having an off session message coming in. Oh, okay, I'm not available, so and so, blah, 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 that. But you realize that instead of the person getting back to you as the customer afterwards, the person doesn't do that. So over a period of time, you realize that I had enough message that has been delivered, but you've also forgotten that this same person who contacted you, it's important for you to reach back to the person again after the person has sent that message. And most often, most people who use the WhatsApp business as business platforms and send others do not. So maybe this is just a bit of advice to most people who use the WhatsApp business option.
Exactly. So sustainability, like I said, is one of it. Selecting a good platform and being able to stick to it, and scale. Then, of course, your customer service. That's, like you said, is one of the things that is always taken out. So they'll spend money on the campaigns, and there is no active person really receiving people and doing the typical olden times front desk person smiling and really making you feel at home and connecting with you. So it's important to mention that.
Good. I think I have.
You have this question, yes.
A question on the chat box. Somebody was asking about the slides. I think we've mentioned that we'll make the audio available.
Yes.
So Vincent, I think we just have to put the WhatsApp group link on the chat box again. Once you connect, you're going to have access to it. The next one, okay, Daniel J is asking about service companies and consulting. How do they differ from products in the use of social media marketing? So Victoria, I think he's talking about being a service organization and being a product-based organization. How do you leverage on social media?
Okay, so social media, selling directly on social media is very easy for most of the product-based companies. But you see, because service is not a very physical product, sometimes there's supposed to be justification. So that is why one of the campaigns I showed that I probably would bring this person that is asking me this question might be interested in, let's say, digital marketing. I might have to get their data and then do something else, which might be a Google Meet, right? To qualify that lead. Or the person goes to my website, they go and understand what I do, and they find that, okay, I can help them. Then if someone fills a form like that, I might not do the Gmeet I did, but I might say that, okay, because you are very interested, I'm going to do a digital marketing audit for you for free. Then I will add a budget, then we can discuss. So for service-based, you really need like a very solid and seamless strategy for that.
Good. And I believe for service organizations, they can also do a lot of testimonial ads.
Yes.
It could be a video, a simple video of the service that you conducted for somebody in a
videos are always best.
Sure. Then you place it on WhatsApp and there you go. So Daniel, you can leverage on so many of the social media channels to move your business forward. Any other questions? Any other question? You can unmute and just come out with your question or put it in the chat box. Good, Vincent, I think we are through.
All right, Bishop, thank you very much. Okay, Daniel's hand is up. Daniel, sorry, your hand is up, so please go ahead. You can unmute yourself and go ahead with your question.
Okay, thank you very much. Wonderful presentation, Vic. But just a quick question. I think I'm more interested in the service organization, and I think your answer was to the effect that it's more like a tailored approach.
Yes.
How do we then get help? I'm telling you, we need help. How do we then get help?
Okay, so what are the current owned media assets you have? What do you have? Do you have a website?
Yes, we have a website, but I feel it's not interactive enough. I feel it's a bit, the information is not refreshed consistently. I feel it's a bit smoothed. So I need some refreshing, and I love the idea of videos. But then how do we get the engagement that drives interest in what we do, you know, and how do we get help? As in, do we have, let's say, consulting companies? I don't know whether your organization is able to help, just so we can talk to you after this.
Sure. Let me come in on that. Definitely so. I mean, Victoria, myself can be of help to you. Then also, you are a service organization, but for sure, you know your target market. So definitely, we can use your target market to come out with something which will be of help to you. You are not far from the product at all, especially in the digital space. You also have a good platform to make sure you reach your audience. Victoria, you can add more.
Okay, so Mr. J, please, what particular service you have? I just want to kind of.
So basically, we actually have two companies, one into audits and one into financial consulting and business plans. We do strategy for organizations.
Okay.
We do management and project management and kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Now, for something like that, do you have something you do preliminary that is literally for free, or something you have to do which you can't really skip, a step that helps the company, convinces the company? Do you have something like that?
So we normally will have what we call the introductory meeting.
Okay.
You know, we have an introductory meeting, which will ordinarily be, we have a lead, so we get to you to really assess your specific need. But maybe the real thing is, at times we know that people have needs, but how they will know that you can support them. That's where I think that maybe the marketing bit can help a lot.
Okay.
But then afterwards, we always have the introductory meeting where we discuss and streamline the terms of reference for any particular assignments. Okay. Yes, we do have that. Okay.
So what is best is for your website to be refreshed with videos that, a video that is descriptive of the services, then what they can actually benefit from it, right? Okay. Then probably on the testimonial page, or even on the on the homepage, there are testimonials of 1, 2, or 3 companies, especially ones that are, high ticket, that you have helped in the past. It might be their marketing manager or their finance manager, someone that can really talk about the benefits, like the numbers or something, whatever impact. Then that way, when you drive traffic to that page and somebody finally fills a form, in your mind, you take it that they have really read the content there. They have probably watched a single video or 2. And if they fill the form, they are convinced, at least before, money talks, they are convinced that your ABC company can help them.
Okay.
Yes.
And how do we, the issue of driving traffic, in that case, do we then come in the same routes as the product companies where we use those other channels as well?
Yes, you have to still leverage social media and the other places for that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Daniel, for your question. Any other question? Okay, I still have some comment from Samuel J. Very insightful. Thank you for the presentation. Faith, great presentation, quite informative. Thanks to the organizers. Good. Vincent, over to you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so thank you very much, Vic, and thank you very much, Bishop. I think it's been a very wonderful session this evening and a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that we have done justice to the topic this evening, and this is what we want to share with you, that these are the opportunities we are having each and every day. And I would plead that you reach out to Streams Consulting, that we provided their information, their contact and everything on the page. The chat section, you can just pick that and then get in touch with them. We are in the modern age, and this is what we intend to do from Idea to Business Foundation, so that you can make your businesses better, and we can also help you do better in the system. So we want to say thank you to our sponsor, one of our best sponsors, that is Overseas Students, for the support, the good support they've given to us throughout all the sections of date, and we still are one of the best chance to them. We want to say that if you want to travel to abroad for any of your education or for education, any of the levels, let us know, and then we'll be able to link you so well through them. And Mr. Pabi, thank you very much, and it's an honor to have you. And it's my prayer that if you want to work on your website, if you want even have the option that somebody should be able to manage it for you, you need some consultancy around that, can you reach Streams Consulting, and then they'll be able to assist you. If you find it difficult, you can reach out to us. We've also provided Idea to Business contacts over there. You can also join Idea to Business Foundation, that is the general membership, by clicking on the WhatsApp link so that you're part of us, and then you can also benefit from all that we're giving to the world. We want to thank our UK partners and our UK members joining us this evening, and then also our Kenyan partners also joining us this evening. We want to thank you also for being part of us. Hope you're doing good. It's been a well done, excellent program. Thank you very much, Daniel. We continue to give you the best at the end of the day. This is Idea to Business Foundation. We create and we develop ideas into profitable ventures. You can find us at Awoshi, that is just at the junction, that is Awoshi Junction. We have our office just directly opposite to Chicken Man, and you can find us there, and we are welcome. We'll welcome you so well, and we'll help you develop all your business ideas. Let's watch out for this. This next month, we are coming out with Idea Incubation. Idea Incubation is a paid, should I say, a paid conference. It's not, we are not looking out for thousands of people or 200 of people like our normal conference. It's costing, the cost is about 100 Ghana cedis per participant. And we are not expecting a large, that's what we say. If we get a large, then we'll have to work at it. But we are looking at people who want to develop themselves for the next 10 years. We've done this before and we are doing it again. What we are saying is that for the next 10 years, there are going to be some businesses springing up. And how would your business look like in the next 10 years? So we're taking the opportunity, we're having incubation, that is section next month. And what we intend to do is that we're going to teach you, we're going to walk you through the processes, how you're going to really think through for ideas in the next 10 years. And if you're able to get through that, what we'll have, it's a whole section. It's a brainstorming section, and then we'll have some exercises done. And then we'll allow you to also think through and also develop, initiate some businesses in the section. What we're going to have almost about 1,000 or 500 or 200 ideas in the bouquet. And after that, we're going to share it with you so that you can make use of it. So from that section, when you move out and you have 200 ideas that have been discussed well, planned and discussed, any of them that you want to take over, probably to initiate, whatever support you need from Idea to Business Foundation will give to you so that you'll be able to do that. What we're doing, the notion behind this is that in the next 10 years, we are hoping that 10 years by 10 years, the businesses that are going to spring up, you already have them today. And then when you push them, you will meet next 10 years sections and everything that appears within it. So nobody comes in from UK and others and brings in something surprising. You would have gotten the knowledge and you would have done it, and it is workable. It's workable. And by the end of the 10 years, in the next 20 years, you will see the benefit of what we have initiated. If you want to be part of that, you can get in touch with us with the links that we've provided. It's going for 100 Ghana cedis. The reason is that it's a conference package. We're going into a conference section, provide you something, one or two things that can also let you be relaxed. And then we'll allow you to think, we'll engage you, we'll think together, we'll educate you, we'll help you to understand how to create ideas, the tools you need to create those ideas. And then now we'll leave you, we'll unleash you to go, and then with the ideas as a bouquet, and then you go and establish them. So that is the section that is coming up next month. So next month section, we are going to have in-person section, and then we'll have our online section. But please watch out for the details on the incubation, the idea incubation. If you want to join, it's 100 Ghana cedis. You can just get in touch with us through the links that have been provided, and you can start doing your payment immediately, and then we can go. So by the time we are done with registration, you are already done with your payment, and then you know the venue, everything is set for you. We want to say thank you very much to our directors that have been strongly behind us all this while, and they are still with us, pushing us along. We want to also thank my colleague founder, that is Moti Bella, who has been with us and continues to be with us throughout the session. Bella, thank you very much, and God richly bless you. Bishop Daniel Pabi, I say thank you very much. And Victoria, tonight's section was extraordinary. Thank you very much. And we're hoping that businesses will flow from our members to you. That is what Idea to Business stands to do. Let's benefit from ourselves, just like the Jews do, or they do, yes, so that at the end of the day, we can build each other and make each other great. On our page, what we want to advise others is that if you have a business, flyers and others, please share it there so that others can see what you do and they can benefit. They can also get through to what you do. And then at the end of the day, you can also benefit for being part of Idea to Business. We are grateful to you for joining us this evening. Have a wonderful evening. And please, we will join you again, and please join us again next month on our session. We'll share our flyers and share our communication. Join us next month, and then you would love the session that is coming next month. But sorry, Mr. Pabi, if you have a last word, we can take that, and then we'll bring the session to a close.
Well, I think, thank you very much, Victoria, for that wonderful presentation. It seems quite huge, but like I mentioned, just start from a point. You cannot be on all the channels, you cannot be on all the tools, you can't use all the tools at the same time. Just take a tool one at a time, build on it, look at the results before you jump to the other one. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So again, if you want to join the incubator, that is the Idea incubation, use the numbers over there, send a WhatsApp, I want to join. And then you'll be communicated to probably from there so that you can probably honor your payments, your details are taken, and then we set the ball rolling with that. Again, we say thank you very much. It's Idea to Business Entrepreneurship Clinic, and we wish you well for the rest of the week. Enjoy your evening, and I wish you all the best for the weekend.